Fans are kept on the tip of their seats by the various storyline twists and character arcs in the exciting world of Young and the Restless, especially those involving Diane Jenkins and Phyllis Summers. Let's dive into these compelling narratives that provide details about the complicated relationships between Diane, Phyllis, Victor, Sally, and others. This article promises to elevate your viewing experience to a new level of comprehension because it is filled with well-informed predictions and speculative analysis. Young and the Restless has released a new video, which is summarized below. See the video down below. Also, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Hello, admirers of the Young and the Restless. Belinda from Soap Dirt is here. For the upcoming week and beyond, I have your Young and the Restless predictions. Regarding Victor and Sally, as well as Ashley's significant wedding day, I have some predictions. The possible covert targeting of Phyllis Summers by Diane and additional drama involving Abbott. There are also some Kyle and Audra rumors. Okay, let's investigate everything. I therefore made my first forecast, which would clearly not come true in the coming week. But perhaps towards the end of the summer, Tucker will cheat on Ashley, shortening their union by around 5 minutes. Anyone from Young and the Restless might play the role. It could be Phyllis Summers or Audra Charles. It might be a total stranger. It might be the young lady at the Grand Phoenix wearing the green outfit. The Grand Phoenix hasn't appeared to us in a while. Did they remove that set? Therefore, a bored Tucker is a dishonest Tucker. In the end, he simply wants Ashley Abbott's undivided attention, and he wants a lot of it. He acts like a large, lusty toddler who is emotionally needy, and who won't stop touching everything or everyone. Do you recall the peculiar incident where he appeared to be sniffing Audra's jacket? He is really odd. I adore Trevor Street John so much. Additionally, Tucker has never been devoted before, and in my opinion, he hasn't changed at all. In many ways, the actor is different from the same old Tucker you know. Ashley absolutely deserves a severe case of karma for giving into this whole situation and being married to him in the first place, in my opinion. Everyone is aware of her better judgment when she does. She is acting with hatred toward Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins, which is the main focus of the situation, thus she has blinders on. And I don't believe it will last very long before Tucker starts acting like Tucker, which involves him abusing other people. I'm good. Our second forecast is that Victor Newman would end up enjoying Sally despite his initial resistance. Victor wants to control Sally right now, and this is based on a confirmed spoiler for the upcoming week. Where he can see her, she is also clearly apparent. Most likely so he can keep his sons away from her and prevent anyone from sperming and getting her pregnant once more. He thus extends to her this job offer. The topic of the talk then turns to how he was attempting to invest in her business in exchange for her leaving the child behind, basically purchasing her child. He says it was an evaluation. On Young and the Restless, she appears to believe what he is saying. Nick Newman, though, doesn't buy a single word of it. He's listening to this talk and is just like, "Divisief." But Sally simply consumes everything Victor says with 2 spoons. You see, her dad wasn't all that terrific. She certainly has father-related difficulties. She was probably attempting to date Jack for that reason. She is much younger than Nick. Victor, you're aware that she has father issues. Nick can clearly see that his father is influencing Sally because she wants male approval, but Sally doesn't. She must only work for Newman when he extends this job offer to lead Newman Design. She must work from Newman Tower, and I'm confident that when she talks to Nick about it, he will advise her against doing so. If she speaks with Adam Newman, he will advise her not to. I do believe she will carry it out. She's likely to do it, in my opinion, because she truly wants Victor to like her. Additionally, he offered to do this for her and asked her to do this. And I do believe Victor will see Sally frequently if he is up there visiting her every day. He's going to observe her work ethic, how intelligent she is, how much they have in common, and how I believe he will come to like her. I don't have a romantic way of thinking. However, I do believe that with some grudging respect, he may come to like her, and he might conclude that even if she was with one of his sons, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's go on to our third prediction, which has me wondering if Diane Jenkins will reach Carson and tank Phyllis' case. Phyllis Summers believed she had a lock on her case on Monday. Even though he is extorting money from Carson, the EMT, Tucker claims to have paid the man to say what he wants. He's currently claiming that it was self-defense. By claiming to have seen the argument between Phyllis Summers and Stark that resulted in Stark's death, he is essentially lying. But after Phyllis had spoken to Heather, she also assured him that he is a reliable witness. Moreover, he ought to most likely be held under protective custody. She said Tucker was extorting money from her. Some of this was overheard by Tucker. Recall that he was hiding in the GCAC lounge, behind some plants. The secret to her liberation is Carson. Then, all of a sudden, Phyllis Summers learns that the man has vanished, and she is distraught. Tucker removed the player from the chessboard as a result since he had actually heard what Phyllis had been telling Heather. Tucker was challenged by Red, who wanted to know where Carson was. She received reassurance from Tucker that he is safe. However, Phyllis Summers' betrayal has infuriated him, and he now wants her to make one for it. However, I believe it would be fantastic if Red was being played with by Diane Jenkins as well, in addition to Tucker McCall. Because while Tucker was there the other day, Diane met Phyllis at the GCAC. "Oh, and no, I know that Stark victimized us both," she said with much kindness on Phyllis' face. Tucker became really upset since they were genuinely behaving nicely and civilly with one another. In light of this, I believe it would be very intriguing if Diane Jenkins was being kind to Phyllis' face while hatching a scheme behind her back. She wants Phyllis to do some time in jail, so I hope she was the one who paid Carson to vanish. Similar to how Phyllis desired Diane Jenkins to serve time in prison. My sincere hope is that Diane will reveal her plot against Phyllis to Jack the next week, because she does. Therefore, even though Diane did not make Carson vanish, she still might have some cunning plans in mind to exact revenge on Phyllis. I'm good. The other Abbotts will confront Jack and Ashley and tell them to calm down, according to our fourth forecast. Young and the restless Jack and Ashley are tearing the family apart. Ashley is attempting to destroy Jabot using the justification that Jack has already done so by allowing Diane Jenkins to work there. Come on, really. When Diane offered to resign, Jack refused to let her. He also wants to shoot Diane and Ashley in the face. She is attempting to push Jack and Tucker. They are acting in an extrovert, childish, and dramatic way. Additionally, the rest of the family is fed up with it. In other words, when Billy Abbott is the voice of reason, things are horrible. Will Kyle, Abby, Billy, and Tracy all confront Jack and Ashley then, and tell them that they must reconcile? Alternately, we'll go to the board and request that they dismiss you both. Along with your companions, we'll pack you both out of the estate. If you don't correct this, the Abbott family will put you in timeout. If the rest of the Abbotts totally destroyed Jack and Ashley, I think it would be fantastic. They would be compelled to get along, just like siblings should. This should be enjoyable, I believe. I'm not sure if it will turn out that way. Obviously, to reiterate, these are only forecasts and not spoilers. These are guesses even though I do base them on spoilers that we have reported or that we are aware of. My goal is to be clear. Some people who post comments claim that spoilers are untrue. No spoilers here. I'm quite explicit when I tell you what the spoiler is since I won't intentionally mislead the fans. I want everyone to be aware of what's going on. I'm good. The possibility exists that Audra will possibly trap Kyle Abbott in our final and fifth forecast. Okay, let's talk about Kyle and Audra. Kyle is currently enraged at Summer. He's getting back together with Audra for this sexy act of retaliation. But soon, things will calm down, right? Kyle might come to regret ending his marriage. But by that time, he might be so deeply involved with Audra that it would be difficult to leave. The next week, Summer will likely try to warn him about Audra and remind him of what she did to Noah, Summer's brother. Kyle, I don't think he'll listen, but once the novelty of this experience with Audra wears off and his rage towards Summer subsides, he might want out of it. Audra, though, is already asleep. Additionally, she provided him a job, so what may she do to trap him if she notices him wavering or having second thoughts? Can she pretend to be pregnant? Could she actually become pregnant? What that woman would do is impossible to predict, right?